What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a very wonderful day. This is Robert with the Hustle Nation, and I'm going to give you 3 points of interest having to do with millionaire status. Why? Seems like in this country that's kind of the benchmark that we use, that hey, we have arrived, but have we really? Now, you got a side hustle going on, I get it, my hat's off to you and everything like that, or you quit that 9 to 5 and say, well, I ain't working for nobody else, I'm going to be self-employed, all right? So now we've got to take care of our financial responsibility, not only to ourselves, but to our family and to mankind as well, so that we're not a burden later on in life, and so that we get some stuff, because if we're working hard and everything, a massage, crab legs, steak dinner, a little vacation in Key West or wherever, you know, that sounded pretty good, because we're going to need to take a break, decompress, get away from everybody and everything like that, because you know those customers are just wonderful, fabulous, fabulous. So, stay tuned. 3 tips coming at you. All right. If you're born in this country, you came into it broke. But if you die broke, it's your fault. Ain't no doubt about it. All right? And all I want you to do is to be able to wake up every day and have choices. And the more choices that you have, the more freedom that you get to enjoy. My way of thinking, then life becomes a lot more desirable and worth living, in the sense that, you know, hey, do I want a Circle K hot dog? Do I want filet mignon? Do I want a massage? Do I want 2 massages today? Do I want 2 people giving me 2 massages today? Boom! Choices! That's what it's all about. So, in our society, the $1 million plateau is kind of the benchmark, so to speak, or it has been for a while. It is changing. It's no longer that. Where the benchmark is now, 5 million. Read a survey about millionaires. The average millionaire did not become one until they were 50 years old. All right. Which means they were consistent with discipline in their actions with investing. They were consistent with their action in investing. Each week they were doing something, monthly, however they did it over a period of time, okay? The more frequent that it happens, the better off you are, in the sense that if you're making weekly investments instead of monthly, well, guess what? That money that you invest in week 1, week 2, week 3, and boom, the month starts over again, that money's worth, as opposed to if you're only investing on the first. If you invest on the first, then that money's not working for you until it gets again. So what I'm saying is that consistent discipline with it, okay? Now, the other part of it is 80% of these people were working for somebody else, and they invested in their 401k. Consistent deposits, consistent investing over time, again, okay? You'll see a correlation with success and discipline no matter what you're studying, okay? Because it rarely happens one time. You know, it's rare that somebody steps up to bat the first time, hits it out of the park. It's rare that somebody comes up with that idea and then boom, you know, they made 20 million off of it. I've just never heard of anybody even playing the lottery buying only 1 ticket in their lifetime, first ticket, they hit the Mega Millions or whatever it is, okay? Just haven't heard it. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just have not heard about it, okay? So, the other thing that's unique about that information is that 80% of those that invested in their 401k, they also invest in plans or other avenues of income outside of their company. The reason that I really like this is that if somehow your company ever gets their hands into your pension, okay, and the company goes belly up, well, you might be out of your pension. And so when it's a situation where you have total control over it, you know you've got faith in what's happening and where your money's at, that's the best position to be in, okay? The thing about it is that so many people, and you want to talk about the worst pandemic we got, financial illiteracy. That's the worst pandemic that this country's ever seen and ever will see. Okay? The thing about it is that very few people, they get overwhelmed with this, and a Roth IRA, traditional 401k, you want exchange, rental property, stocks, bonds, crypto. What do I do? Okay? Well, in my opinion, what I would do if I didn't know anything is the first person that I knew fairly personally that appeared to be wealthy, I would ask them straight from a point of saying, hey, look, I don't know. And on the outside, it looks like you're doing well for yourself. Are you investing? A lot of times you'll find out that, that person with that big Beamer and everything, they're 2 paychecks away from being bankrupt, okay? The majority of people, folks, don't have $5,000 in their account, okay? How somebody can be in the workforce for 30 years and not have $1,000 underneath the mattress, it's beyond me. But that's our country. Okay, that's the reality of the situation. What I want is there's nothing more than I want you to wake up, and if you got somebody special in your life, call them and say, well, let's take 2 weeks and go to the Maldives. Or if that's not your bag and you want to go, you live out in the country and you want to go downtown in your same city and rent an Airbnb for a week, I want you to be able to do that. I don't want you to sit there and look through a magazine or pictures on the internet and say, man, I sure wish I could do this, but you're not able to, okay? Because, we didn't plan. I've been spending money my whole life. I've had a car payment my whole life. I didn't invest anything. I don't have anything left over. How am I going to make it on Social Security? These are not things that we want to be able to, we don't want to answer those questions, okay? And so the thing about it is that if we're consistent and intentional with our investing, we're not going to have to experience that. We're going to get choices, and that equals freedom. All right? So here's the other thing about having to do with millionaires. Inheritance. It's such a low percentage of the population that actually inherits any money that's substantial in nature that they take it and make it into $1 million, or they actually get money over $1 million. And I can tell you a couple reasons why. First thing is, most people that are successful don't plan on leaving anybody in their family any money. The reason for that is they want them to learn on their own how to do it. I know, imagine that. What a concept. The other thing is that if you can't handle $5, you can't handle $500. Just because the amount goes up that you have in your pocket, it doesn't mean that you're going to do anything any differently. I assure you of that. If you look at the number of sports stars, rappers, lottery winners that have struck it big overnight and have a lot to piss in, that proves everything. Discipline. Again, that's a key word. You want to be successful, you got to learn how to be disciplined, okay? So there you have it. It ain't like you're going to get your money because of daddy dying or anything like that, because even if they do and they leave you a couple million, the chance of you pissing that away is like, woo, sky high, okay? There's very few people that have never amassed any type of wealth in their life, don't have any kind of savings or anything. There's a couple $1 million, they head straight to a financial planner, give it all to them and say, just set it up to where I get a check every month and that's all I'm going to spend. Because I guarantee before those people kick the bucket, those people are already figuring out how to spend. Well, I'm just going to buy a car. Well, we're just going to add on to the house. Little Johnny needs, a new motorcycle or whatever it is, they've already figured out. That's how a poor person's mindset works, okay? Start November or December, they're already figuring out how to spend that income tax return. I can't tell you how many people I know that have kids that get, $6,000 to $10,000 return. They've never even paid in close to that amount of money and everything in their early 20s. And if they just took those checks and gave them straight to somebody else 3-4 years and never again until they were in their 50s, they'd never be working a day in their life. Okay? Do you think that's going to happen? Really? No. I've even made that suggestion to God knows how many people. Ain't a damn one of them ever done that. I don't think any of them have ever even invested any money. They got money spent before it even goes in their pocket. It's just the way that it is. So, 3 things help you get to that millionaire status. Just remember, having $1 million in the bank is not the best thing in the world, in the sense that the amount of cash flow that you're going to generate off of that is about 4%. But if you have $1 million worth of assets, you can be making a whole lot more money. Cash flow is king. Okay? Stockpiles of cash is not. Cash flow is king. It's Rental Robert with the Hustle Nation. Like me, ding me, whatever you need me. Send me an email, rentalrobertpcola@gmail.com, and have yourself a phenomenal day and figure out who's got your money.